How's everyone doing? Welcome back to Where's Edification with Caleb, man. Hope everyone's having a good day out there today, man. My day has been adventurous, as they should say. Man, but today is good, man. It's a good day, man. It's always a good day to be alive, man. I just like to, man, thank God for everybody tuning in to these messages, man. Like, thank God, man, for this day, man. So we're still alive, still breathing, man. So we got another day, man. We're just gonna, shake back and and run it again, but man, every day is a day, man, for, I guess, spiritual training, man, helps with your emotional intelligence. Man, you can't really just go through anything and just let that situation kind of beat you down. So, man, it's either going to take care of you or you got to take care of it. So, man, I like to thank everybody for tuning in, man. Like I said, it's Words of Edification with Caleb, man. Today we're going to have a short one for you, but it's going to be good, man. So I was just sitting here, man, in my chair. I was just sitting here in this chair and I started to really, I think quick, but I was just sitting there talking, man, just talking to myself and talking to God, man. This is actually an episode that we already had covered one time, I believe. Is It True is the episode, so you guys can go back on the page, on our YouTube page, and you can check it out. It's Is It True? So it's coming from Daniel 3:14, but I think we're going to move forward to like 3:15. So this verse is called the God we serve will deliver us. So it's basically, I'm going to tell you the story. So it was a story about a king, man. And when the king ended up taking over this territory, so when the king took over this territory, what he did was he enslaved the people that was there. So this is in the Bible. This is King Nebuchadnezzar. He took over, I guess, like Israel or whatever. Once he took it over, he enslaved these the men that was there. But I think he killed a lot of them, but he just kept like the wisest people that was in the land. So 4 people that he kept was Daniel, it was Shadrach, Meshach, and Abed-Nego. So it was a time just like that every time of the day he built this big gold statue, and a certain time of the day when the trumpet blows, everybody who serves the king is supposed to bow down and serve this statue. This statue can represent probably any other altar, any demonic god or whatever. I don't know the correct name for the statue or what they called it or what religion they were serving at that time. But when he blew this trumpet, this gold statue, everybody's supposed to bow down to this gold statue. But what had happened was, it was 4 guys. It was Daniel, Shadrach, Meshach, and Abed-Nego, and they didn't bow though. They didn't bow, and so the king got very upset and was just like, man, you guys aren't gonna bow and things like that. And he was basically saying, they was like, no, we not bowing. The God we serve won't allow us to bow to other gods. So what happened was that he heated up a fiery furnace to throw them in that furnace. And it's crazy. We're going to get back to the story, man. But first, man, let me go ahead and pray. So, Father God, in the name of Jesus, Lord, just thank you for this day. God, I ask you to forgive me for all my sins. Anything that I've done was unpleasing to you, forgive me for those things, God. Forgive me for anything that I've said, heard, any anger, anything that I've done, because, I'm not perfect. Or God, no, you like this child of mine. But God, I thank you, though. I thank you for letting me see another day. I thank you for keeping me alive. I thank you for the purpose and plan you have over my life. God, help me be a light, God, to this world, God, and not be one who brings chaos and dim it. But God, I ask you, God, to continue to strengthen me, God. Continue to have your way in my life, God. Continue to help me to be a blessing to other people. Continue to bless me to be a blessing, God, whether that's financially, whether that's in word, whether that's giving, whatever I have is yours, and whatever you tell me to do with it, I'm willing to do with it. I don't care what it is. I don't care if it's a shirt off my back. You say give it to somebody. I don't care if it's $1 million. So don't ever let me be attached to anything in this world where I become so upset to the point where I forget about you and I start to operate in anger and bitterness. So forgive me for those things. But God, I ask you, God, that you'll bless this word, God, and bless the hearers of this word, God, that everybody that hears this word will be blessed by it. So, like I said, we was going back to Daniel 3:14. So we're going to go to 3:16. But I was basically telling you guys the story how he wanted everybody to bow down to this golden god, and it was like, man, we not. I don't know what you got going on, but we ain't bowing though. So what he said was he got so angry that he was basically like, it was a furnace that he used to burn people in. So the king had this furnace that he used to do executions in. But he was so mad. Have you ever been in a situation where somebody who feels like they're richer than you, somebody who feels like they're in a higher position than you, somebody that feels like they're entitled? I don't care if they was born wealthy. I don't care if they came from a better family. I don't care if they have a better education. I don't care if they, whatever it is, has a better economic status or a better feel like a better friend group or whatever, you know what I mean? So some of these people, man, they feel like they're entitled to control you. They're entitled. They feel like you need to bow down to me because, I'm the boss. You know what I mean? I don't care if I work for a company. I'm going to give you the respect that's due to you, but I'm not going to kiss your behind. You know what I mean? My boss is God. You know what I'm saying? I don't care if I rent from you or if I, purchase a vehicle from you or if I do whatever. I don't care if I buy merchandise from you for one of my companies. There needs to be a mutual respect. You know what I'm saying? It doesn't mean that I have to sell my soul out to you or I have to bow down to you so that I can stroke your ego to make you feel like somebody. You should already, with the position you have, with the money you have, with the friends you have, with the title you have, you know what I mean? No, none of that stuff matter to me. I don't care about a title. I don't care about money. I don't care about having a lot of friends. I don't care about none of that. I'd rather I'm cool. As long as I got God, I'm good. You can take everything I ever had. As long as I got God, I'm straight. But some people, man, that's just like this king, man. He has such a big ego. He's just like, oh, let's control this person. Let's make these people bow. You know what I mean? He had the position of a king, so rightfully they would do to give him respect, but not that level of respect where they start to abandon their morals, abandon the God they serve, abandon the foundation they step on. I'm gonna tell you something. You can be good to people, but never be so good to people or be so in debt to a person where a person makes you corrupts your morals or corrupts your dreams or corrupts your hopes. I don't care if somebody invested $6 million into my company. Okay, thank you. I didn't ask for that. I obviously God put it on your heart to do that. But at the same time, I am not required to kiss your butt and follow you around like a little bitty puppy. Just because you were a blessing to me. So, you know what I'm saying? So what I'm saying is this: you can be cool with people, man. Not everybody's going to get you. Not everybody's going to understand you. But I want you to understand something. When someone blesses you or is a part of your life or gives you something, that doesn't mean that you have to sell out or sell your soul to show someone that you are grateful for what they've done for you. You need to be able to respect yourself, keep your boundaries, keep your morals. You know what I mean? If you have to get to such a point, and I'm going to tell you something, some people will put you in a place of desperation to make you need them so they can feel like they're somebody. Now, that's the most pathetic thing that I've ever encountered. I had plenty of people, even people from the church, you know what I'm saying? They would see that you can stand on your own 2 feet. They can see that you move on your own. What they'll do what they would do, they would intentionally put spells on you, hardship. They would put financial spells on you. So, and all this other stuff of wickedness, just so that you would need them. And that's crazy, man. That's crazy. If someone has to afflict you in order for you to need them, that's crazy. I don't want any of my kids or any of my friends to be in a position where they need me. I want them to stand on their own 2 feet. Who's to say I may not need them one day? But you have people that have these egos, and they're insecure and they're childish. Even though they have a nice position, even though they have money, they haven't done the inner work to be able to walk in authenticity where they don't need their ego stroked. They don't need people to kiss their behind or kiss their feet. They don't need, they haven't made it to that point. I always heard this: money don't make you real. Money don't make you real. Having a lot of friends don't make you real. It's something that you have to take the time to build that foundation of authenticity, build that foundation of security within yourself. You can have all the women in the world, you can have all the money in the world, but you can still be fake. You can still be a snake. You can still be insecure. You can still be, have an ego, be narcissistic. That's because you feel like that you need to compete or trump over somebody because you have a spot that's missed. That's the only thing that makes you feel fulfilled. That's why it's a dangerous thing to become friends with somebody that's insecure. It's a dangerous thing to work for somebody that's insecure. It is a dangerous thing to just be around insecure people. Being rich doesn't make you real. So there's a lot of people that's in a lot of higher positions, and they see that you move in a certain way. They see that you do certain things and you don't require help. Some of these people, and I know even some parents that do this. You know what I mean? So growing up, I remember me, my own mom. You know what I mean? Even my own mom, she see me. I'm not dependent. They'll put codependency spells on you. You see someone who want to control their children. The child is always asking, I'm 30 years old. Why am I in a position where I have to keep on asking my mom for money? You know what I mean? You know why you have to keep asking your mom for money? Because your mom probably put a spell on you to make you where you have a codependency spell that where you can't get a job, you can't take care of your family on your own. You always got to ask her for advice so that she can covertly control your life. So a lot of people don't understand their parents are controlling them through manipulation and things like that. Man, I met a guy 50 years old, still stayed at home with his mom. You know why? Because his mom needed him around so she could extract his destiny, and she's basically chump changing him and giving him breadcrumbs off using his energy and using whatever he was supposed to be in life. He never became that. He became 50 years old, still staying at home with his mom, couldn't get a job, couldn't get a wife and things like that, because everything that was his, it was transferred to her, and she using it to breadcrumb him, giving him a place to stay and things like that. That's why it's a lot of children or a lot of adults out here that, not saying that your parents, or some people have great parents, but I'm saying if you grew up in a household where your mom do Santeria, your grandma do voodoo, don't think for 1 second that, you know what I mean, it wasn't passed down through the bloodline from somewhere. These people, they need to, I'm gonna tell you something, the first destinies that's probably stole within a household, the parents steal it. Your own parents still says when you was born, if you had anything special in you, if you had any stars, you had any gifts, your parents probably siphoned that or used something or exchange your name to a certain deity. A lot of people, when you're real gifted, I know a lot of individuals, they wonder, man, why am I struggling with lust, or why am I struggling with alcoholism? Because when you was born and your parents seen something special in you, they married you to a spiritual spouse, and that spiritual spouse, in exchange, they got money, they got fame, whatever. They married you to a spiritual spouse to keep you bound in a certain sin and put a certain chain on you so that you couldn't go anywhere, become who you wanted to be. And that was part of the exchange. So a lot of people wonder, like, man, why I can't stop doing this, or why I can't stop doing that? I'm gonna tell you why. Because you was married to that spirit probably at a young age before you even knew what certain things was. You got a spiritual spouse. You wonder why every relationship you get in, you get angry out of nowhere. You want to cuss people out. You wonder why it was domestic abuse and stuff. And you like, man, this is not even me. I don't really, you know why? Because you got a spiritual spouse that is affecting every relationship that you're in. You're married. You got kids in the spiritual realm. You got wife in the spiritual realm that you don't even know about. You know what I'm saying? And this is affecting your relationships. This is affecting your money. It's affecting certain things in your life. So, but a lot of these things and a lot of these spiritual marriages are done by parents to steal their kids' destinies, or to put a spellbound spell on that child to keep that child in codependency where that child cannot grow and be free. You know, some people see me walking around, they be like, man, he's free. What the hell, you know what I'm saying? What the hell is he doing free? He's just flying around and this and that. You know why? 'Cause I had to get away from my family. The same people who claim that they love you are the same people that having you in a place of bitterness. I mean, I'm gonna tell you something. A lot of people are not even supposed to be jealous. You know why? Because they're supposed to be living out their dreams. They're supposed to be in a position that they're already supposed to. A lot of people's positions were stolen by their own bloodline. They had a cousin seen them get a nice car. Now all of a sudden they lose their job where they can't pay the payments and they lose their car. Anybody ever had a nice place or had a great marriage? Your marriage get wrecked and stuff, man. It's 10 times out of 10 is somebody that's in your family that's in your face, dapping you up and jealous of you. And they have you, some family members beat you down so much behind the scenes without you knowing, putting so much hardship on your life to the point that you start to become bitter, mad, and jealous of everybody else, just for the simple fact that you don't know who's sabotaging you. So a lot of people who sabotage people, somebody is sabotaging them because they're jealous of them. You know, a lot of people that's jealous of other people, it's people jealous of them in their own family. So their own family and man, and this is true. I've seen it so many times, man. I even had talked to seen a video about a psychologist, and a psychologist said this: have you ever had someone in your family trying to make you seem crazy or trying to get you locked up? You know why? You know why they do that? They do that for the simple fact because they know that you're special. They know that you're going places. So when the family try to exclude you from the family or try to make it seem like you're crazy or try to put so much hardship on you when you run the drugs and stuff like that, it's because they jealous of you. Some people's own moms, when your mom feel like she can't control you, yeah, she'll try to get you locked up. You know what I'm saying? I remember this one time, man, I had just got a brand new car. And I had got a brand new car. This one I didn't even know that my own mom, man, was jealous of me. I was sending her money every week, man, helping her out on the bills. Brought my little brother a car when I had a great job. Some people don't even really understand what really happened to me. It was just all out of jealousy. So one day, man, I went to my mom's house and I just bought a brand new car. And then when I come outside, she didn't even see me coming outside. I seen her like outside my car, like putting some type of oil on the back of my car and just like doing a little chant, trying to get me locked up and have me lose my car, putting a spell on the back of my car to attract police to get me locked up. Didn't even know. And this lady's supposed to be a church woman. You know what I mean? Go to church, respecting the community as an elder. And then when God really revealed to me what was going on, I'm like, man, what the hell was she out snuck? She just snuck outside, man. I went to the bathroom or something, and I come back in the front room trying to see where she's at. She's outside doing something to my car. A little bit later on that day, I had got pulled over. Man, I just came back from a catering. My business was doing good. I got pulled over out of nowhere. Man, I'm like, dang. So I went back, you know what I'm saying? Went back over there and I'm wondering, like, why is my car so hot? This is a brand new car. Nobody ever drove this car before. Like, it shouldn't be hot. So, you know what I'm saying? So God, I was asking God, like, what was going on with my vehicle? And then one day he just showed me, you know what I'm saying? I walked outside and she was walking from behind my car, like with some kind of little oil or ointment in her pocket. And God was just revealing to me that, man, she's marking your car, you know what I mean, for you to get pulled over. She's trying to get you locked up. And I'm like, dang, that's crazy. And so when I left from out from my house, I was just like, man, you know what I mean, just thinking about what was going on. And I was driving, and it was just like, man, I'm talking about, man, it was like police was attracted to my car. And I'm like, there's no way this should be happening. But, you know, every time, you know, besides that one time I got a ticket, first time getting the car, I got a ticket. So, you know what I'm saying? So I'm just telling you this, man. Some people, man, when they cannot control you, when they cannot dictate who you going, especially who you going to marry, what job, what career you want, everybody, what career you're going to have. People want to control everything about you, but can't control their own lives. You know what I'm saying? Some people will be jealous because they feel like, man, I've had kids, I've made mistakes, and I didn't get to live the life I wanted to live, so they want to sabotage yours, man. Shoot, I've seen 70-year-olds, you know what I mean, get college degrees. You know, I've seen people really go back and live their dreams after those mistakes. So I've seen a guy get out of prison 17 years, own a house, start a trucking company, started from nothing. So, man, you can start wherever you want to start, man. You just got to take that first step. So it's possible. They even say, like, man, even the word impossible, if you break it down, it spells I'm possible. So it's possible. It's a possibility. I'm possible is the same word as impossible. So it's not impossible. You're possible. It's possible that you can still accomplish what you want to accomplish. So, but, you know, even with this story, man, the story tells us, man, that these three guys, man, and you can read it for yourself. This is Daniel 3:14 to say through 20. And it basically talks about how these guys would not bow down, man, to what people wanted them to do, man. They stood for something. I always heard, man, if you don't stand for something, you'll fall for anything. You got to get to a point where you stand for something. So they would not bow to the systems of this world. And he told them, all right, I'm going to heat this fire up 7 times hotter, and I'm going to throw y'all in this fire. But when he came back to check the fire, man, it was no longer 3 people in the fire. 4 people, it was 4 people in the fire. So, you know what I'm saying? God stood in the fire with him. So if you're going through anything, and anything that you're going through is caused by somebody who wants to control you, wants to manipulate your life, want you to bow down to them because they think they're powerful, stroke their ego, I want you to know, man, if you're going through the fire, man, God is going to be with you in the fire. God is going to take care of business for you, and you just got to keep on believing, man. There's plenty of times, man. There's plenty of times I've died. I've died in my sleep so many times. I had groups of people wait till I go to sleep and lay it on me. I've been sure I've died so many times I can't even count. You know what I'm saying? I'm not even gonna lie. I remember sitting in the truck one time and died, man. Died and came back to life. Man, I died so many times, it's ridiculous. I can't even count how many times I done died before. You know what I mean? Just off, spell work, just off, you know what I mean, mistakes, anything. I'd never been in a car crash. I had a guy shoot me in the back of the head. You know what I'm saying? Came back to life right there in the car. He got scared and kicked me out of the car. You know what I mean? So, man, and this is true. You can, if I had this number, I would call him and tell you. But man, but God is good, man. I ain't have to go to the hospital. I didn't have to, be in a coma. None of that, man. So, man, God is good, man. God is the reason I am how I am is because of God, man. I would have been done crashed out. I would have been done overdose. I would have been stressed out, but man, it's just because of God. So, man, if you're going through anything, man, I just want you to know, man, that God is good, man. God got you. And just, read that chapters, Daniel 3:14-19, and just talks about, man, even God will deliver us, but even if he don't, even if God never delivered me again in my life, I would be satisfied leaving this earth, knowing that I did the best that I could do and chasing my dreams or going after my destiny. I would be okay. Right now, no wife, no kids, I ain't saying I don't have money, but I'm just saying, even with everything I have, I would be okay leaving this earth right now. You know what I'm saying? Just knowing that, man, I came to this earth, I gave it my best shot. I did what God called me to do, and I did it gracefully. You know what I mean? I didn't do it with a lot of complaining. I didn't do it blaming people. Oh, it's their fault. It's this person's fault. Even though I do point out certain things, when I can understand where energy is coming from or where attack is coming from, I will call it out. But I'm not blaming nobody for what I have to endure. So, everything that I went through, I believe is a part of the process. I believe that if it was supposed to be stopped, God would have stopped it. If he didn't stop it, it's supposed to mold me and make me or shape me into being stronger and better. Everything that I ever been through made me stronger. So, you know what I'm saying? So, yeah, it just is what it is. But, man, this is Words Edification with Caleb. I want you to know I love you. No one else ever told you they love you, I love you. 'Cause I know how it feels not to feel love. Peace.